Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Ron Santana, Raccoon Fighter here, and I'm here today with the homies from Ohio, the best dudes in the world right now, T&E Armory on the show on the Fighter Podcast. Thanks, fellas, for coming out. How y'all doing today, man?
Hanging in there, bro. Thanks for having us. We're very excited.
I'm excited to have you on the show. So let's get into it real quick, man. Tell everybody where you're from.
We're here in Cincinnati, Ohio, just trying to live day by day.
And tell everybody your name real quick.
So I'm Ian.
And I'm Evan.
And together we make T&E Armory.
Yes, sir.
So real quick, how did y'all meet, man?
So we actually went to the same welding school. He still goes, but I graduated, about a month ago now or something like that. And I was walking into our little classroom. We had a safety meeting beforehand every day. And I'm walking into the classroom, and I'm a very observant person. Like, I keep aware of my surroundings wherever I go. I try to, at least. And on the table in front of him, I saw his car keys. And on the car keys, he has the same key fob that I have. And I was like, hey, man, is that an impact shooting range key fob? And he was like, yes, it is. And then the rest went history after that, man.
That's dope, man. That's definitely a dope, cool story. So, how did it all come about with the whole T&E, like the video shooting and y'all TikTok? How did that all came about?
Well, I've always enjoyed making little short kind of edits in my free time. I used to do video marketing and things of that nature, so I'm rather proficient in it. And when he and I got to talking about shooting at school, I was showing him some of those videos, and we decided that when we were going to shoot, we were just going to prop the phone up and go back and look through all the footage later, see if we got anything cool. And I don't know what made us think it was a good idea to start posting on TikTok, but we did, and a few of our videos got, a couple, or what do you think, tens of thousands of views, like 20 to 50?
I believe it's the malfunction video with me in it, and then you looking for the round afterwards.
Yeah.
It got I think 1,000 views right now.
That's crazy, man. So let me ask you real quick. What rifles you guys are really hitting the range with a lot?
So I only have one rifle at the moment, but that's my battle rifle. That's the thing that I'm going to rely on if something happens. It's a Daniel Defense. I absolutely love it. Luckily where I worked at the time was a gun range, so I traded in some stuff for it, so I didn't even have to pay for it.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Definitely.
Oh yeah.
And then the wall you see behind me, that's my creation there. Over the course of the last two years or so, I've gotten real lucky sports betting every now and then, and I have a shopping addiction. So every time I go to the range, I bring something different and shoot. As a matter of fact, just today I did some trading for this guys with Super Duty 14.5 here.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm always looking for a good deal, but most of the time when I go to the range, unless I'm feeling frisky, want to bring something new, I'll either bring my MCX Virtus, or believe it or not, I got all these fancy guns back here, but I'll still bring my custom Anderson ARP, a budget build.
Oh, nice, definitely. So, real quick question or whatever. What pistol do you like carrying on at the range, and what is the pistol that you carry every day with you?
I'll let you go first, Bob.
So I carry a Glock 19.
Okay,
just
right on.
Run of the mill standard Glock 19 with a light, and I actually run a T-Rex Arms holster with the sidecar, so I run the extra mag right on my left side. But I run that at the range. I run that every day carry. I mean, if you're going to carry it, you need to train with it. Because if you
Right.
train with something you're not going to carry, it's not going to feel right, you know, using it just in any situation. You know, you're not used to it as you should be if you're going to carry it.
Yeah, that muscle memory is going to be different per pistol.
Especially if you go from like a Glock for your everyday carry and then your house defense pistol is a SIG or something. The angle of the frame is completely different from each of them, so it's going to be different in your hand, which is going to cause your muscle memory to react differently.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, most definitely. I can definitely agree with that. Because I have two pistols. I got the Stoger STR9, which is basically a Glock clone of a 19.
Yep.
And then I have my Glock 17, and I go back and forth between those two guns all the time. But I train equally with both of them. You know what I'm saying? But the Stoger is what I carry on the daily with me. You know what I'm saying? The Glock 19 is pretty much like my range, or like, you know, pretty much the battle one for me per se. But yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, Glock's the way to go, man.
Yeah,
Love
I'm a Glock fanboy.
I am. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't at first. I'm gonna be real. I wasn't at first, but now I am.
Yeah,
At an
most
HK.
definitely.
That's a little too pricey for me right now.
And then for me, my everyday carry is a 43X with a Faxon barrel and a Rogue textured grip to make it a little bit thicker for me. It's a smaller handgun. And then whenever I'm going to the range, I carry my Staccato P because I've got a drop leg holster for it that I enjoy a lot. I got that from T-Rex Arms. They got a lot of great products. Shout out to them for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I love T-Rex arm stuff, man. And I'm also kind of jealous that you got the Staccato.
Well, trust me, I'm jealous too, and I get to shoot it.
Man, you wouldn't believe what I picked that thing up for. It was I guess my local range had it on their rental counter, and somebody who was using it dropped it on the rear iron sight, and it was all kinds of messed up. So they put it on the pre-owned counter, and I ended up picking that thing up for $1,200, dude. It was ridiculous.
It's a pretty penny for that pistol, man. It definitely is. I mean, but I know it's sleek and it's smooth, and it's one of those guns, man. Like, you just can't compare it to like too many other guns.
Oh, they really did something right on that one.
Yeah, definitely. They did. They really did do that gun right, man. I mean, like, I've seen videos with that gun, and it's just amazing what they're doing with that gun and stuff, whatever. Just the smoothness, really. It's really how smooth that gun, just the recoil, man, and how you're able to just hit it like that and able to just go right back into it, man.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. I love it. And
So,
it ain't even mine.
what kind of drills are y'all running?
I mean, for the most part, we just do. I like to practice my draw from a concealed position, or just practice my draw. Like, I'll tuck my shirt behind it. But mainly, we just been doing some shoot and move targets from the pistol range and the rifle range. You know, start at this barrier, move to this barrier, and then move to this barrier. But I mean, we keep it pretty simple when we go to shoot. We try to more have a good time and throw
Right.
some training in there. But mainly, we try to just have a good time, blow some steam.
Yeah, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right.
Yeah, exactly. So, but do y'all ever do like kind of like tandem drills together? Like, as one person shooting, the other one's moving.
We've done that a few times. Some of our videos, I think we've posted, has some movement. I would like to do some more, but you know, when you're there and you're not thinking about it all, like, right, you know, being laser focused on what drills you want to do,
Right.
it gets, you know, like, oh, I want to do this, but this looks better in a video.
Yeah, it's all about that camera angle, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, camera action's important nowadays.
And not
Like-
too many people want to sit and watch a training video. They just want to see something cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of I do have to say, like in this community, like especially if you're an outsider looking in, in this community, a lot of people like to see the action and all the cool transitions and stuff like that, but they don't really know how much work that goes involved into like training and putting these videos together and stuff. I mean, they always see the finished product, and I just think, if people would realize what we do in order to train the way we do train and able to make the videos that we do make, because I mean sometimes
Mhm.
it's like you'll be at the range for 6 to 8 hours, what I'm saying, trying to film and, trying to put a good quality shot together and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Right.
shooting hundreds of dollars in ammunition in the process.
Oh yeah.
Oh, most definitely.
Oh yeah.
So, how do y'all feel? How you think that the 2A community can bring more shooters into our community, like new shooters? Like, what is something we can do to bring more people in?
Start them young, man. Uh, Personally, when I was a kid, I think I was 7 years old when I got my first airsoft gun, and my grandparents were teaching me gun safety and things of that nature. Don't point the gun at anything you're not willing to destroy, even though it's not real. Um, and I feel like that gave me a head start and allowed me to not be scared to experiment and learn new things as far as firearms go.
Oh yeah. I honestly I think we need to, unfortunately, people get gear snob, or if you're not running this stuff, your stuff isn't worth a damn.
We gotta stop doing that.
Yeah, we get people in here with the cheaper things. They fall in love with it, and then just like we were talking the other night about ARs
Right.
are grown ass man adults playing with
Yeah.
Legos pretty much.
Yeah.
You can do whatever your heart can content as long as the parts and stuff are available for it. But there's a stigma, I guess, that if you have cheap stuff, it's not worth a damn. But there's some cheap stuff out there that is good,
Yeah.
and it gets people interested in the hobby, in the activities.
Yeah, don't hate on PSA. Don't hate on Anderson. These entry level rifles. They'll do the trick, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. Because like, I remember when I first got my AR-15, I was in debate between Radical Firearms and Diamondback, and I wound up going up with
Mhm.
Diamondback because of the price point at the time. Because I got it for $400 for an AR-15. I was just like, you can't pass up this opportunity. So
No.
I got it, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the Diamondback has held up. It's done its thing. I done dropped this thing. I done all kind of stuff to abuse it, and it still kicks ass to this day. You know what I'm saying? And I just think
Hell
like
yeah.
when we go to the range or whatever, and we see other like people that obviously invested more time and money into their rifles or guns, that they look at the smaller guy with the cheaper one or whatever, and they're like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Because I had guys come up to me
Yeah.
like, what is that? I'm like, that's a Diamondback 15. They're like, oh, that's an entry level, check this thing out or whatever. And I kind of feel kind of played a little bit in a sense, but then at the same time it's like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I can't be mad at
You
them.
gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
What's the point in going out and buying a $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 rifle? You take it out to shoot it, and you're like, okay, I don't really like this.
Right.
Then that's a waste. That's a wasted. You ain't getting that money back out of it.
I
Yeah,
think
definitely
personally
not.
for me, like I'm thinking, I'm thinking about it, but I think I'm going to doing it anyways. I think I want to build one from ground up and just start
Mhm.
like creating one, like just Monster Frank that one put together, and just build one with just all the simplest things, but also yet the best products I could possibly find for the best price for a budget rifle.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be the way to go.
I mean, that's the way to go. To be completely honest.
Aim
Yeah.
surplus will be your best friend.
Yeah, I just told him about AM Surplus.
Yeah.
They're great. They got tricks, barrels, you name it, and at a good price.
So
That's the way
here's
to
another
go.
question for you. How do you feel about an armed society? Do you feel like an armed society is a civil society?
I mean, if you look at the statistics, statistically speaking, the places with the more violent crimes, with the higher shooting fatalities and all this other stuff, are usually gun-free zones.
Yeah, they got the strictest gun laws.
They have the strictest gun laws, and they end up having the most gun-related accidents, fatalities, whatever. But if you look at like a place like Ohio, Texas, that have more lenient gun laws, you don't see that as much.
Yeah, the more guns, the better. I mean, I remember my dad telling me about back when he was in high school, how all the kids would pull up in the parking lot in their trucks with their hunting shotgun across the back window.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, nobody was shooting up schools like they are nowadays, and we're a lot tighter on, gun restrictions nowadays. I don't know. I think everybody should have a whole bunch of guns.
I definitely feel you there.
And train with.
Yeah, I think they should bring back like gun safety at schools. Honestly,
that would first off, that would stop all of the misinformation about guns and firearms and everything. And on top of that, you're creating a positive environment that these kids can learn the safeties, the everything they need to know about said firearm.
right?
I'd be excited
definitely.
to go to school by a gun class.
Right? I've been like, okay, let's go. I ain't missing school today.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, most definitely, man. So here's another topic in hand. We spoke about this a few times over the phone, and I kind of feel the same way. Y'all feel the same way too. Just with TikTok and our channels and stuff that we're trying to provide out there. I mean, do y'all feel like y'all getting shadow banned a lot, or just being suppressed as far as in the feeds?
Most definitely.
Absolutely. Sorry for the language, but absolutely, man. Like, I can't tell you, as soon as I post something, it's getting taken down. But then I appeal it, and it gets put back up.
And then it only gets like 300 views compared to our thousands that our other ones get.
I mean, it's a constant struggle of having to appeal these videos, and then them saying, yeah, you're all good, you didn't violate any community standards, but then also tell me that they're not going to show it on the For You page.
Yeah, it still puts a strike against the channel.
Like, how does that make any sense? You're literally telling me one thing but doing a complete another.
And the weirdest part about it for me is I'll scroll through my For You page, and it's nothing but tactical edits and cars and gun stuff. But when I post the same thing, I don't have the same luck.
No.
It's crazy because I posted some stuff with me like running and gunning, doing drills, and like I had to appeal it, and then it just didn't go nowhere. I'm just like, why my other videos are doing so well when I do like videos of like asking people questions or just a public service announcement or something like that. I get it's just like it gets shut down or something. I'm like, I don't understand why it gets like that. It's just crazy to me. And I just think this is another reason why I started this channel, saying for people like us to get together, to band together and start putting out more of a positive thing, and it's important that we come together. It really is, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it really is. I mean, like I said the other night, a house divided cannot stand upon itself.
Yeah.
Oh, that's deep.
That's deep. That's some Jesus stuff right there. I can't even argue with that.
Lincoln said it.
Yeah. But another quick question is, how do you feel about suppressors in your home as a home defense weapon?
Oh boy, you want me to take this one?
I mean, yeah, if you want to. I talked to him the other night about it. I'm in favor, but also not in favor. Like, I like the idea of having a suppressor on whatever firearm I'm using to protect my house, just on the simple fact of it's going to scare my kids less. But that loudness of that first round popping off is going to scare anybody behind them if I wasn't suppressed. But since I don't own a suppressor, I can say.
Yeah, I'm fortunate enough to have one and didn't have the longest wait time on it. But as far as the average person having them, I feel like it really depends on the situation. Like I don't really think it's necessary for home defense. Definitely, the cherry on top. But for operating purposes, whether you're gonna go take over a hostile whatever, or you're hunting a bunch of coyotes, it'll definitely come in handy.
Yeah, definitely. Because I've been coyote hunting and I've been hog popping and stuff, and I've seen other guys run suppressors, and it works really well as far as hunting wise. But I think as far as
Mhm.
home defense wise or whatever, for me personally,
It's
I wouldn't want to run a
not like,
can because the fact reason why, because I want whoever invaded my home to get out as fast as possible. You know what I'm saying? And I pray to God I never have
right,
to pray to God I never have to take someone's life. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So obviously for me the reason why the loud sound is to get you the fuck out my house.
Yeah, that's why I said there's there's great pros and there's great cons to it. You know what I mean?
It'll
Yeah,
wake the
most
neighbors
definitely.
up.
Yeah, it'll definitely, if you don't run one, you definitely wake your neighbors up
Yeah, because I mean
if you live in the
the
city.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you live in the city, I mean the advantages of having a suppressor is like you don't have to wake everybody up. It doesn't have to be so loud. You know what I'm saying? But the disadvantage is like if there's more than one intruder, they're all here. They can come swarm on you. So it could be a balance of anything at that point.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So here's another thing. What's in the future for T&E Armory?
Oh man, that's a good one. I mean, keep doing what we're doing, uploading cool shit. Trying to get some laughs along the way, build up our brand a little bit better. We do want to eventually move into like t-shirts and stuff,
Yeah,
but we want to get a baseline going before that. Don't want
Yeah.
to waste any money or anything.
I think it would be pretty cool to start doing product reviews, even if we got to go buy them ourselves.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm in a better position because the Bengals just won and I made some money or whatever. I'm in a better position to go buy this optic and try it instead of somebody who only has $300, they can't afford to waste it. Shit, I'll help out the homies.
yeah. I mean,
right.
that's what it's about in the end, is helping out each other.
Most definitely. Because I mean, like for me, I'm like I said before, I'm just trying to build this brand, this TikTok, the podcast, to kind of
Mhm.
just like I always said, like to bring community together and stuff, and then build dialogue. Hoping that we can turn some heads and get people to start like supporting smaller channels like us. That's my whole thing I want to do.
I mean, it would be great if I could lighten up on my 9 to 5 to do stuff I love more.
Oh yeah,
Be
most
able to put
definitely.
out
That's the
everything.
dream right there.
Yeah.
So
Long term, we need to build something cool.
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
so what advice you got for new shooters coming into the game right now?
Don't be afraid to ask questions. Just because the guy in the stall next to you is, wearing a plate carrier and a full battle belt and he's got nods on his helmet, you know, not everybody out here is a snob.
Yeah.
A lot of us are wanting and willing to teach you whatever you want to know.
Yeah,
Yep.
because
You
I
couldn't
mean
put
I've
it
been
any
to
better,
shooting
man.
ranges. I've been to shooting ranges where I've asked plenty of people so many questions and stuff, whatever, and they never like. I've ran a few snobs here and there and stuff, but no big deal.
You do. You do.
But like for the most part, I mean, everyone's pretty much like loving and caring and pretty helpful and stuff, and they'll give you the facts. They're not trying to bullshit you. They come right off. They come off with the realness.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's what you need, especially if you're getting to something new that you've never done before. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. Like he was saying, like not all of us out here, gonna look down on you or that or whatnot. We're gonna be overwhelmed with joy, in my opinion, if someone comes to me like, "Hey, man, like I want to get into this, but I don't know where to start," or "Hey, I just got this. Can you come shoot it with me so I know what to do?" Like that's I love that. I
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
spreading information and knowledge about it.
Yeah, if you're annoyed by new shooters and don't want to share your knowledge, then you better stay off my range. I don't
Yeah,
I don't play that.
yeah, yeah, most definitely. I mean, like this community has got to stay alive some kind of way, and the sharing of knowledge is the way to like staying alive. I say.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
So, another quick question. So, as far as y'all plate carriers or whatever, what kind of like plates are y'all running?
So I don't have a plate carrier or a kit or anything yet. I'm looking around, seeing what my best options are. But he does, so he can take this question.
Yeah, that's one of my plate carriers behind me there. It's got level 3A plus plates in it. I want to say that it was. I want to say that it's the AR 500 Veritas carrier. And then on the back, I've got a Hydra pack and just some additional storage. On the front, I've got my patch, some wire cutters, 3 mags, and then a phone case. And I don't run anything on the sides because I like to be mobile.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen your setup, whatever. I see it back there. It looks dope. You want to bring it up to the camera real quick?
Yeah, I can do that. You can see here. Take the wall down in the process here. It's nothing super crazy. Just your basic run of the mill one. I picked it up at a gun show for a killer deal pre-owned. I just couldn't pass it up. There's my Hydro hose there.
That's
my,
dope.
Wire cutters, and in my phone case, I tend to keep a notepad, some writing instruments, extra batteries. I normally keep my phone in my pocket, or I'll mount it on my helmet or something like that instead of putting it in there.
Right, that's dope. I like that, man, a lot.
I appreciate it, brother. He and I have been talking about the Agilite. What was the submodel? It was like a
K19, I believe it is.
Yeah, he and I were talking about looking into those. They seem like a solid budget option.
I mean, for the carrier itself, you're looking about 260, 270. I mean, it's not terrible, but at the same time, it is pretty pricey. But I mean,
in comparison, it's really not that bad.
It's something compared to something that you're gonna wear that's gonna potentially save your life from a round hitting you. Let's spend a little on it.
Yeah, it's worth the investment.
It's definitely worth the investment. It's gonna hurt. Trust me, Dad, 4 kids. It's gonna hurt, but it is a good investment.
Yeah.
The odds of actually needing it are slim. God, I hope I never have
to wear it like that, right?
Yeah, but it'll be nice to have if I do need it.
Yeah. So what kind of battle helmet are you rocking right now?
I've got a Hardhead Veterans ballistic. I'm trying to remember the sub model here. It was one of their cheap ones. I think I picked it up off of armslist.com, pre-owned. I traded some miscellaneous attachments for it. I like it a lot. I've got some Walker razors on the M-lock mounts on the side. No push to talk yet. I don't have any friends with comms, so I haven't found or had the need to run any radios yet. I've done some research on the Baofeng UV5R or something like that.
I have 2 of them.
You do?
I do.
What?
Yeah, I have 2 of them.
We're learning new shit about it every day.
I keep one in my truck in the house. They're not bad, but I see myself spending some money on a good radio because they're not the best, and technically some of them aren't supposed to even be on the GMRS radio stations because they have some FCC licensing issue or something.
He's speaking another language. I have no idea what he's talking about.
I know what he's talking about. He's that licensing. They've been telling people like if you're using it and if you're on some kind of frequency, you can get in some serious trouble if you don't have a license and stuff to able to transmit.
Wow.
I got my license just to be safe.
I don't think it's a hard test to pass.
You don't have to. For the GMRS, it's just $40.
Wow.
You pay $40. You get your FCC license and your call sign and whatnot. But then, if you want your local GMRS stations, most of them aren't public, and that's the problem. You have to join somebody's group, pay their fee, and then they give you access to their blocked stations or whatever.
Yeah, they just want your money.
There's another way to get money out of you. But,
yeah.
I mean, if you want The good radio towers, it's an unfortunate price you got to pay.
Most definitely, man. So, but anyways, fellas, look, I appreciate you having me here on this show with me, man. I love y'all so much, man. God bless y'all. And like I always say, like I always do, peace, love, and chicken grease. I'm out of here. Peace.
Not too bad. Not too